honestly, if I get something, I probably never even sell. Like, I don't even
Right.
believe in selling anymore. Every house that I sold, I regretted at some point, and every house I didn't buy when I could have, I regretted it. That's why it's
Right.
like, if I see something I like it, I could buy it, I'm buying it. If I like something, I have a good eye for it to go up in value, I feel like.
Mm.
So that's why
Okay.
I don't even second guess it anymore. If I like it, it's a good location, the vibes are right, I'll buy it and I'll just hold on to it.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Micah Johnson, and today I'm speaking with Christopher Angelo, who's been making some serious moves in the short-term rental space for quite some time now. Christopher, welcome in, man. Glad to have you.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely, man. I'm excited for today's talk. I think our listeners are going to take away some valuable information. We had some good conversations in our pre-call recording. I'm pumped to unpack. So let's dive in there. For someone that may not know you yet, what's your main focus right now, and what markets are you currently operating in?
Mostly United States right now. I have a few different Airbnbs on the East Coast, and I want to work on making them more destination Airbnbs, short-term rentals, maybe up to a month sometimes, but essentially that's my main focus. Although I do have, I guess, a second focus, which also just adding different bigger properties, multifamilies under in a portfolio just for cash flow.
Gotcha. So a long-term hold concept and then some short-term rentals for things going on right now. Now, what is it about short-term rentals that interested you? Why that particular asset class?
Well, in the beginning, this is when Airbnb just became, more like just started. It was probably like 10 years ago, and I was just renting to either normal people or college kids, and there was this gap. There was this big gap during the summertime and during the holidays where the kids would go back,
Gotcha.
home, and they wouldn't be there, and they didn't want to pay rent. So I'm like, okay, what is this Airbnb thing? So I started renting on Airbnb, and it was probably like in the beginning, it was like 10 times or 5 to 10 times as much in that month just from renting on Airbnb. It was like crazy.
Wow.
And I was going overboard with like renting by the room, renting the whole place, like whatever way I could put it to like cash flow on free property that I had access to. So that's kind of like what I did in the beginning of Airbnb. And
Man, and go ahead.
and I started using the app as I traveled, right? So now I got to see how it was to live like a local in this country, in that country, in this area. And I'm like, man, this is really cool. So I really support the app. Like I love Airbnb and the life I've been able to live because of Airbnb.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
It revolutionized the way we move around the whole globe, man. It was a powerful creation that also created a great platform for real estate investors to start capitalizing on a market that no one had really thought about before. There was like word of mouth vacation rentals, other different things to do it, but truly bringing a concept to life of you don't have to stay in a hotel. You can actually enjoy the local area, see what it's like to be there, actually feel the vibe of the city, not just be a tourist in it. And
For
it does,
sure.
it revolutionizes thing. And you're in a very particular one that you're interested in, which is that particular, the destination Airbnb, where there's a whole experience that you're trying to build in one of those. What led you down that route? What lights you up in that project?
Mm, I guess it's just kind of an expansion of when you go somewhere, right?
Mm,
What's the hot spot, like restaurant or like coffee shop or tea shop? Say for example, I never knew I liked tea that much. Like coffee is okay, but like there's this amazing tea spot and they have a bunch of them in Asheville. I don't know if you're
okay.
familiar with Asheville. It's called
Yeah.
Dobra. And I love the environment. They make the tea like I have my favorite tea maker. I'm not sure what to call her or something. And she just makes it like perfect every time. I know if she's there, it's gonna be like the best tea. And it's like a black tea. So then I have an amazing, like very smooth focus and I could work for a few hours and be like extremely productive. And it's just a little bit of tea and a great vibe. And that's like something like if you like tea, like that's something that you should experience as a local in that area, you know?
Gotcha.
So that's kind of like stuff like that. It's a little bit bridge. It's not just staying there. It's like, okay, what are the coolest spots that maybe I like in that area that I would recommend to someone?
Right. It's way more experiential driven. The
Hmm.
actual what it's not just come stay, but while you're here, this is the experience you're trying to create for somebody where they walk away from the trip with that fullness, that memory, the desire to come back, that feeling of actually connecting with the place you're going to, not
Right.
just watching it from the outside.
Exactly. Yeah, and Airbnb kind of like they have the experience tab. I haven't really messed around with that because I I'm not sure if it's too connected with like the actual hosts in that area or something like that, but I'm still testing it out. It's still more of a experiment type thing that I had an idea that I was like, "Oh, okay, let's do it." So,
Gotcha. Well, what led you to real estate to begin with? You said you've been in it about 15 years now, right?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
that's a good question. Well, there was a property next door for sale and I had a college fund at the time. My mom's like, "Oh, if you don't buy it, I'll get it." So I was like, "All right." So I put pretty much all my money into that property and instead of like using it for college and then just started like I had this thing, I had this house that I really never lived in that long. Like maybe here and there I stayed for a few nights, but then I was like, all right, how can I make money from it? And that's kind of like how it how it happened. So
One thing led to another, man. That's the
pretty
nature of real
much.
estate. I love
Pretty
hearing how
much.
people get into it. I was talking to a lady earlier. She was 17 and bought her actually her mom gave her a house, and that's what led her
Oh,
to it
good.
was, okay, I'll let someone live in this house and then I'll let them rent it out. And then like it leads you into this, wait a second. There's a lot I can do in this industry. And one of the things I enjoyed about our pre-talk is one, you're doing it in a way where you're not losing yourself. There's an artist side to you that we've talked about. This other section where real estate is very effective in letting you be that real person, even in doing the work that you're trying to do. What value have you found there just for yourself and then able to share it with other people?
Oh, I think it's the because like Airbnb doesn't tell you how your house has to look. They don't,
Mm,
they don't tell you how you can decorate it. They don't tell you this and that. It's more of a like you have the you have the power of being able to like decide what it looks like inside, the interior design, like how the check-in process is, that kind of stuff. So I it was very difficult for me to have a job where everything was preset just because I'm a very creative and expressive person. So it allows me to do that with Airbnb. So
which
that's
again, man, it lines up with real estate in general. And one thing I like to say a lot on this show is finding your way inside the industry. Real estate's a big umbrella. There's room for you to be exactly who you are and still use one of the most powerful tools in America to guarantee cash flow, generational wealth, to make sure you're able to live that life that you're trying to live. What's been some things you've done along the way that have helped you stay consistent and remain disciplined and in the game?
think I really you mean like not getting away from real estate?
Right. Yeah. Like
I
what's
don't know.
kept you coming around?
It just worked for me. Like, I don't know. I just never had an idea to get rid of it or anything like that. Like now,
Gotcha.
honestly, if I get something, I probably never even sell. Like, I don't even believe in selling anymore. Like after this, I sold a few houses. Every house that I sold, I regretted at some point, and every house I didn't buy when I could have, I regretted it. That's why it's like if I see something I like it, I could buy it, I'm buying it. It's like I mean this goes back to when I was younger too. So I don't know if you know about the Pokemon Charizard card, the first edition one. So it's worth, I don't know, between 100, 200, 300,000, depending on the grading. But there was one at the local shop for sale, and I wanted to pull it from a pack. And I pulled one from a pack, not first edition, but I should have bought that first edition one. And I was like obsessed about it. I'm talking about like every day I'm thinking about it. And I always use that for if I like something, I have a good eye for it to go up in value, I feel like. So that's why I don't even second guess it anymore. If I like it, it's a good location, the vibes are right, I'll buy it and I'll just hold on to it, you know, because it's a good thing. Like people try to tell me to sell my car like after it got a certain mileage, and I'm just like, I'm not selling them. Like, I'm just sorry. Sorry if like you want someone to buy them, you don't want me to have them or something. Like I want to keep it. Like I just want to keep it. So
Right.
that's kind of how I approach it. No,
And again, you're more of a collector. You're creating the
exactly.
experience that you want to create using whatever medium that you feel like using. Again, another thing I love about real estate, it leaves your autonomy in place, right? There's smart ways to do it. Make sure numbers pencil. Don't take risks that knock you out of the game, but at the same time, don't become boring unless that's what you're trying to be, right? If that's the business you're trying to build, or
Not
make it
more.
sure it lines up with what it is that you're trying to do. Because heck, right now you're not even at home right now. You're out in Arizona checking out something else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
man. Leave it.
I haven't been home in a while, honestly. I've been checking across. properties all across, United States for a few months, actually. I just been kind of shopping, seeing how the economy is going, how the people are like in the town, and seeing if it's a good long-term play, that kind of thing. So
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And that's something I want to shine a light on real quick for everybody out there. What you're describing isn't being willy-nilly, isn't like being random. It's being intentional. You're actually putting the time in to go to the places to see, one, is this where somewhere I'd even want to own a property? Is this what I'm looking for? Is this that vibe there's a vision that you have in your mind that you're making sure things fit that vision so that you don't get distracted out into stuff that I don't want to do. Because it's easy for investors to be like, okay, there's a deal, I'll buy it, just because I just want to buy a deal versus I want to buy
yeah,
a very specific deal. What's that deal that I want to go buy, man? And good job on getting out there and putting yourself into places where it's not just based on nothing. It's real boots on the ground, eyes on the property. This is something I actually want to do. And in the end, that lines up a lot with your collector's personality, right?
yeah.
Where it's more about the vibe, more about the property itself, more about the vision for it than just about cash flow and just about the numbers that it's going to do. It will do those things, yes, but it has to check this other box too.
Yeah, I've realized that investing is very personal, right?
Mm,
People ask me, "Oh, sometimes they ask me, "Oh, what should I invest in? Should I do real estate or should I buy some stocks?" Or cuz I was also into crypto a little bit back in the booming days, more of like the booming days, and I would trade crypto. I wasn't much of a hodler, I would do more of like swing trading. That's what I realized. Cause like, I don't know, I guess because it's only been around it hasn't been around that long. And also stock market hasn't actually been around that long, like in terms of the span of humanity. You know
right.
what I
Grand
mean?
scheme of
But
things.
yeah,
Yeah.
but land and property, like that it's been around. I mean, maybe they changed the rules a little bit here and there. There could be a rule flip where it could ruin the entire US economy if they just like decided to take all the property. You know what I mean? Hopefully that doesn't happen, but that's
They're
possible.
going to They're gonna have an uproar on that one. I bet I guarantee that.
But I'm taking that risk because I feel like I don't know, that's what's makes most sense to me as an investor. So when I don't say, "Hey, do what I do." Like if someone's like, "Oh, you should do this." Right? I'm like, "Well, you have to figure out what kind of investment suits your personality, you know?" So that's kind of the thing.
And it's some of the best advice you could give them, honestly, because why you're doing this business, what the whole point of it is, what the life you're trying to create, all of that leans into the kind of investing that you should do. And it might be all three of those, right? You can do stocks, crypto, and real estate if you want to, but it's so unique to you. What appetite for risk do you have? What, in the words of Mark Manson, that book, Subtle Art of Not Giving, I don't think I'm supposed to say the F word on this show, but the Subtle Art of Not Giving a F on, it's no matter what you choose, you're choosing its problems too, not its good things. So be coherent of that. Be aware of the fact that all the things you're picking are going to come with the problems as well. And you can choose those. And that's where it gets super personal. Because ultimately it's not are these the problems you want to solve each day? Like for you, Airbnbs, the booking and the turning and all the different little things that have to happen routinely to make it go. Those are all things you're choosing. And it's probably not the parts you like the most, but in the end, most of it is what you like. There's always the sections we don't like. For me, I try
Mhm.
to keep it 80-20. If I enjoy 80% of the process, then I will give up 20% for the parts that just kind of, not my favorite. But when it starts drifting further than that, hold on. This is not the life I'm trying to lead here. I'm not wanting to be stressed out all day. I'm not wanting to think about this particular thing all the time. So how do I reset my life up to again get back on that track? And when you're planning that from the beginning, when you're thinking about starting with the end in mind, now we can reverse engineer. And that makes it where this becomes doable. If that's the way you are, then here's a possibility for you. And here's the step before that. And here's the step before that. There you go. Let's go. Now we can get some. Christopher, man, I appreciate your time today, your story, your perspective. I love speaking with folks they're doing it their way. And I couldn't encourage folks to do that more. Get out there, meet people in the industry, connect with them, but don't lose yourself in the process. I'm all for borrowing strategies and borrowing techniques, but the one thing that's different in all of this is the person that's doing it. No one can take your why. No one can take all the reasons behind what it is you're doing, what you're doing. So don't trade them in. They're important, very important, especially to you and your life. And something I think about is when all I have is a story to tell and I can't do anything else, what do I want to say I did? That's what matters to me. Okay. When that's it, when all I got are stories left to tell, because I'm hopefully made it to being old and just sitting there with a bunch of grandkids hanging out. This is what grandpa did. This is what I actually did. I don't want to have to make anything up. I want them to be good stories at the end. So again, man, thanks for joining us today. If someone's following along and they've been listening out there and they want to find out more about you, possibly follow along with what you're doing, what's the best way to find you?
I would say follow my Instagram. It's Christopher, Christopher .Angelo, Angelo.
Excellent. Excellent. Thanks for sharing that. We'll make sure that's in the show notes for you out there watching and listening. Thanks for tuning in today. Again, Christopher, appreciate you being here. I think we need more people in the space doing it like you're doing it. One of my favorite quotes, you're not trading your truth for membership. You're not losing yourself in the process. You're building a real business that lines up with the life you want. That creates happiness, man. That's where it's at, in my opinion. So for those out there, thanks for joining us today. If you got value out of today's episode, please like this episode, share it with someone else you think could get value out of it. Please don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. We appreciate everybody that joins us along the way. We've got more conversations coming up with operators just like Christopher, who are out there building a real business that supports the life they actually want to live. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.